They say the truth floats. But in my line of work, I've seen it sink faster than a body in a cold Wisconsin lake. Take the early 20th century, a real golden age for railroading the innocent. Cops didn't need evidence back then. They had fists, crowds, and the kind of imagination that could turn a scared kid or a confused man into a murderer before breakfast. I've read the files. I've seen the photographs. Hell, I've walked the same cracked sidewalks where men like Jewey Cooke and Jack Silverstein learned the hard way that being tough doesn't mean a damn thing when the law decides you're guilty. A 14-year-old points a finger, the jury swoons, and suddenly you're trading your freedom for 8 years and 8 lashes. And the kicker? The cops warned the defense that anyone who dared question the girl's story would be arrested. That's not justice. That's a loaded deck with the dealer smiling. Then there was John Johnson, a simple man with a simple mind, locked in a cell, while an angry mob gathered outside like wolves, sniffing blood. Detective Boyer leaned in and whispered the kind of poison that breaks a man's spine. Confess, or they'll tear you apart. So Johnson confessed, not because he was guilty, but because he wanted to live long enough to see another sunrise. 10 years later, the real killer walked free on a technicality. Johnson walked out too, but you don't get those years back. Not ever. And Wan Zian Sung, he didn't get threats. He got the 3rd degree, the real kind. Hours of beatings until the world blurred, and the only thing left was pain, and the desperate hope that saying, "I did it," would make it stop. They almost hanged him for it. Almost. 2 juries later, the truth finally clawed its way to the surface, bruised and bleeding but alive. Funny thing about confessions, the ones squeezed out in the dark always look clean on paper. Neat, orderly, official. But I've been around long enough to know better. Behind every tidy confession is a mess. A terrified kid, a broken man, a cop with a heavy hand, or a prosecutor who wants a headline more than the truth. And me? I'm just a gumshoe trying to make sense of a world where innocence is optional and guilt is whatever the badge says it is. A world where the wrong man goes to prison, the right man walks free, and the truth gets beaten into shape like a suspect in a locked room. But I keep digging, because someone has to. Someone has to remember the names of the ones who never should have been caged. Someone has to speak for the men whose confessions were written in bruises. In this city, justice doesn't come easy. Sometimes it doesn't come at all. But as long as I'm still breathing, I'll keep chasing it, even if it leads me into the dark.